Hello and peace be upon you to my most dear judges, and big respect from me to my lovely and precious audience. Before I'm getting right into the story, let me pleasantly introduce myself. My name is Ameerah Solehah binti Aznan Syam. I'm 16 years old and I'm currently studying at SMA AD-DINIAH at Islamiyah. By chance, in this good opportunity, I would like to review a book that I'm holding right now, which the title written on it called Diary of a Wimpy Kids. First and foremost, this book is a novel diary that written by Jeff Kinney, who is known as an American author and cartoonist. He is also best known as the creator of Greg Heffley, who plays the first role in this book. Besides, this book overall contains 217 pages, which took me a couple of days to completely reading it. But anyways, let's get forward into the story. Specifically, this book is a diary about a normal American kid named Greg Heffley with his habit of getting into and out of troubles. His diary, complete with hilarious cartoons, record a year in his life and follows by his nerdy best friend, Rolly, annoying brothers, Rodri and Manny, and also his long-suffering parents. According to this book, it all starts when Greg Heffley begins his last year at the middle school. His mother gives him a journal to write and draw in it. Greg begins his journal by describing other students and analyzing a middle school popularity, a quality he will seek all years. At first, Greg tells the story about an old slice of cheese that left outside on a basketball court. If someone touches the cheese, they are cursed and ostracized. Besides, Greg also introduced his older brother, Roderick, who plays drums in a heavy metal band and plays merciless tricks on Greg and his younger brother, Manny, who is treated like a prince by their parents. From my perspective, I'm actually glad to mention it here that I personally would like to discuss about a part in his diary that I found absolutely entertaining. Firstly, I'm kind of interested on reading his journeys from the month of March when Greg chased the kindergarteners with a worm on a stake. Rolly gets blamed. Right when Greg feels confused about whether to confess, Rolly finally tells the truth. After that, Greg gets kicked off from the organization in their school called Safety Patrol, and Rolly gets a promotion. In May, Rolly becomes a new cartoonist for the school paper. When Greg confronts Rolly about stealing his idea, the former friends nearly fight on the playground. Suddenly, the teenagers from Halloween show up and make Rolly eat the cheese. The next day, when someone notices that the cheese is gone, Greg takes the blame. In June, Greg and Rolly finally start hanging out together again. Overall, it shows here that one of the lessons of the story is the value of a true friendship. Whenever Greg and Rolly have a big or small fight, they always find a solution to get back as they're in a good, good friendship conditions. So, in conclusions, I remember that there's one quote from Billy Cox that says, "Take responsibility for the decision you make and the actions you take." As for me, this quote is kind of referring to Greg's personality, which he wears and which he aware of what he does and the impact he will get. Besides, he also taught me about dream big in your life and chase your dreams. So this book is not just a comedy cartoons with his variable journal, but also gives me another moral of the story to distinguish the good and bad manners. So I think that's all from me. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye.